Alright, BobalosRex here, and I'm filming this just before I go to sleep after my day one of The War Within. Now, this is early access. I'll talk about some early access, kind of controversy, but I'll talk about that, and I'm starting it because we'll talk about it at the end. Basically, this is going to be my first impressions and my experience on day one of The War Within early access. So, first off, as I knew, going through, we're going to be on this continent for a while, right? We were on Dragonflight for a while. I was not. I love Spyro, and Valdrakken reminded me of Spyro. But I wasn't the biggest fan of Valdrakken as a city. Maybe I'm just burned out with it, but I really like Dornogal so far. I'm still trying to get used to where stuff is, but it's just very open. Getting around Valdrakken sometimes felt a little claustrophobic. This capital feels very open to me. Alright? As far as the other zones, the Isle of Dorn is actually very nice. The more I fly around it, the nicer I think it is. It's just a nice zone. Certain parts of the depths, ringing deeps, kind of suck. Like over here, and then this right here, the fact that you got to loop around to get to here, really sucks. These zones are actually pretty big, but some of them feel small. This is one that feels small, but then it is actually big, and you're like, wait, I have to go all the way. Oh my god! And then I gotta go all the way down here. But this area looks really nice. I really enjoy the open areas, not so much this spot and up here. All right, but it's a pretty solid zone. And you know what? I'm not saying it's open, but I like the vibes because of the green. The green really brings out this cool like cave with this lake, because apparently there's this underground lake, which maybe we'll see. But I really do think Ringing Deeps is alright, which is the worst zone, right? Ringing Deeps is the worst zone, in my opinion, which I'm not saying it's better in that way, but it's the worst one out of the four, and it isn't even that bad. Hollowfall, amazing. I love this zone. Flying around this zone is great. As you can see, I got my world quests and all this stuff unlocked. I did a full exploration. I've been busy. If y'all want to see my progress, I got a level 80. This is bugged, actually. If you log into alts after having some rep, it'll basically clone your bonus rep. So it's like doing 5 a pop for this. 3 here, 2 here, and 5 there too. And it basically just got me these achievements, but they don't unlock anything. But it's kind of bugged, so that was a bug. Shoot. So, oh, I didn't do that stuff here. Yeah, I got Explorer. I also got the flight paths for the speed. And then I got Steady Flight unlocked, so I can do Steady Flight if I wanted. And I also got the glyphs, which I don't know where that would be. But I got all the glyphs, which got me a mount. I got that, like, right off the bat. That was a great thing to do. You just fly around, explore, get all the glyphs, get a mount. Here, it was my first... I want to show it off. It was my first mount of the expansion. Yeah, my first mount of the expansion was this little guy. Alright. Look at him. I also got the quest from the Teletat for Size Barge. So... can get this guy after a long grind. Poor guy. Speaking of that, Ashkahet also is a great looking zone. It's a great looking zone. You know, went through all there. It's a spooky zone. It's like creepy Spider Suramar, because it is an expansive city when you get to it, and the outer croppings have like city structures on it. But then, which makes it, this actually makes it better than Suramar, because it isn't just a full city, but you do get like this big city vibe. Or this area looks really cool. It's like this underwater type abyssal zone. But you're not underwater. And then over here is that lake area with, if you look up, you can see all like the roots and stuff. It looks crazy. Alright. But yeah, so all the zones are solid. As you can see, I've been having a good time with it. I've been exploring. I got the campaign done. Speaking of the campaign, it's really short, but it's very cinematic. As in, there's multiple cinematics, and I really liked it. It's quick, but it's good, in my opinion, right? We had those people complaining, oh, it's so short, oh, it's so short. Yo, do the side quests. Some of the side quests are really good. I really want to take the time to read all this stuff. I was kind of busting through, but I was watching the cinematics, and you can just watch the cinematic, which is what most people do. They don't read quest text. And you're like, you are knowing what is going on, and you are having a good time. My opinion. This is my impression. But, so yeah, the campaign was good. I still gotta unlock the next part, which I'm gonna be doing today. This is how I ended. Here's a little recommendation. Do a couple of extra quests in the Assembly of the Deeps and Hollowfall. Do the Earthen quests up here in Donegal. And Severed Threads are good. Alright? And then you'll be set. Hero talents. Hero talents for me have been kind of fire forget. Right? I was leveling as Chrono Warden Og, which is gonna be my raid spec, okay? I was like, let me try to level as my raid spec. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know which one to pick. I'm just putting it in. Do not level as a spec that you know is going to be rough. Okay. Even with gear, it made it very smooth until like 78, 77, and then I was just like, I'm going Devastation, and I went Devastation. I went Scale Commander, and it was great. You know, I've been having a good time with the hero talents. Honestly, I think they can be really good. My trinkets were carrying me. And I have been getting some gear. I have gotten some warband gear. Pay attention to the item levels, because I was mistaking 4 and 5 the whole time. I would see like a 60 something, I'll be like, oh my god, 560, and it's a 4. But once you actually, we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, hero talents seemed good, but highly subjective depending on what you're playing and what you like, honestly. Now, as far as launch, okay, remember, we launched on a Thursday. It was super smooth. Now, there's a reason why I think it may be super smooth, but this launch, other than that weird renown, that rank bug, other than this weird bug that I found, I didn't have that many hiccups, like, at all. Maybe like 1 DC, and I saw I saw people get DC'd once. One of the DCs I got was because I was flying funky. You know what it is. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Launch was pretty good. But now let's talk about the problem. And then the last thing that I did, okay? But otherwise, I think this expansion is looking good so far. We'll have to see how it goes. I got a lot on my plate still to do, but let's talk about it. Early Access has World Quests up. Early Access have World Quests up. Okay, and now here's the thing, right? With World Quests, we can get Renown. And Renown has some good stuff on it, like crafting materials, crests, and upgrade stuff. Now, the season doesn't start till the 10th, right? And I'm wondering if Renown is actually going to be really easy to get, because I've been kind of getting a lot. But we'll have to see, because you get a lot. Here. I basically have Wyvern Crest and Whelp's Crest. Or Drake's Crest and Whelp's Crest. Already ready to go. I have gear that's upgradable. Already ready to go. And I'm sitting here like, we have this thing. We have the crest. You know, how much of an advantage are we going to have? You know, early access gives us a lot more time to get the renown done before the 10th. And I really, as someone who is in early access, I need something to do. So I am thankful. We have world quests, okay? But part of me is like, I don't think we should. You know, but we would have nothing to do. Like here, let's look. PvP. I can get some honor. But that's kind of locked off. You know? So it's very weird. I think that's very weird decision that we can grind renown. But yeah, other than that, other than the early access issue, which will be a non-issue by the way, in a month or two, honestly, it will literally be like, what? I really do think they may want to reconsider. If they want to give people early access, make it linked to pre-order only. Like if you pre-order, you can get in. You know, a lot of people pre-order, but some people don't. Because I definitely think early access made it so the servers could handle it a little better. So there's that. I've been ranting long enough. That was my first day experience. Overall, great. Few bugs. I got a lot done. I got 180 and I'm got a bunch of account unlocks. I definitely recommend focusing on account unlocks, because here's the thing, right? I'm sitting here looking at renown to grind to get the campaign. But I'm like, I can just level my demon hunter and do the quests that I didn't do on my dragon and get renown for my dragon. And then once I'm that renown I need, pop over to him, continue the campaign. You know? That may be what I'm doing later tonight. We'll have to see. That's probably what I'm doing later tonight. But we'll have to see. Anyways, that's been my day one experience / first impression / complaining about early access. You know what it is. Thank you for watching as always, and hopefully I can see you when I'm streaming, because I'm going to be streaming more War Within tonight. Bye-bye.